A muggy monsoon dawn in Mumbai. It's the brief quiet before the daily storm of activity sweeps across India's commercial capital. This city of 17 million is infamous for its crowds and its chaos. But Mumbai is also renowned for its meals on wheels. Whatever the weather, Bikaji religiously does his morning rounds. While many people are barely finishing breakfast, he's collecting lunches for desk-bound workers. He's the nexus between home and office, husband and housewife, mother and son.
Curry and rice I cooked, chicken curry and rice, and salad.
Mrs. Lalapuria puts the notion of a cut lunch to shame.
Potatoes, onions, everything I said.
क्या बहुत मजेदार है?
Yes, मजेदार है.
She's been making long-distance lunches for nearly half a century. First for her now-retired husband, and then for her son, Menosh.
I like my son to eat outside. Outside food is no good. Dirty. The food is not so healthy.
And no, Menosh is not a schoolboy. He's 43 and married. But his working wife certainly won't make Menosh lunch, and don't even suggest that he might step into the kitchen.
No way. I'm not a good cook. I don't know cooking.
But the problem for domestically challenged Menosh is that he leaves for work long before even the onions have started frying. So somehow, mother and son need to be united. Enter the mighty tiffin, or dabba, the great Indian lunchbox. But a dabba is not much use without a wallah. Together they make one of Mumbai's most remarkable institutions, the Dabbawala.
ऐसे तो खुशी लगता है क्योंकि जो मेहनत और जो अपना जो लगन है वो हम खुद अपने मन से लगन से करते हैं और मेहनत जो पैसा मिलता है उससे एक जो मन में शांति मिलती है उससे ही शांति मिलती है। ये तो मुंबई नगरी है, यहाँ कैसा पैसा मिलता है, मगर ये जो हमारे लोग हैं.
Since 1890, a closed community has been providing a low-tech lunch delivery service. Bikaji picks up about a dozen dabbas and brings them to the local station. Here they're sorted according to an intricate system of codes, colours and numbers and passed on to the next stage in the network. Thanks to trust and cooperation, dabbas are passed from one team to the next, zigzagging across the city.
हर जगह से जमा करता है, पूरे विटी जाता है, चर्चगेट जाता है, निर्मल पॉइंट जाता है, हर जगह पे जाता है. इधर थाना से विटी तक, उधर कल्याण से बोरोली तक, चर्चगेट से बोरोली तक, विराट तक जाता है. हर जगह टपल में होता है. और सब नंबर के ऊपर आता है. नंबर ये कलर मार्किंग है ना, उसके ऊपर जाता है.
The system is all the more ingenious when you consider most of Mumbai's 5,000 Dabbawalas can barely read or write. And they must contend with one of the world's most congested civic infrastructures. Yet their success rate is astounding. The Dabbawalas get more than 99.99% of their deliveries right. But despite a strike rate even the Don would have admired, their days may be numbered.
हाँ, बहुत देते हैं. अभी भी चलता है. थोड़ा-थोड़ा गुजारा निकलता है. पेट तो अभी भरपूर भरता नहीं. क्या करेगा अभी? हाँ, पहले से बहुत कम हो गया.
What began as a service for British administrators, too pretentious to be seen carrying their lunch, peaked in the 1950s and is today slowly petering out. Still, 150,000 workers in this concrete jungle will today get their home-cooked meal on time. Forbes magazine rates the Dabbawalas' productivity on a par with the biggest global corporations. And for a monthly fee of just $6, the likes of Menosh think they're a legend in his lunchtime.
If it is not there for a day, I find it difficult. I have to go to a restaurant, stand in a long queue, and God knows what I'm eating there.
It's risky.
It's risky, yeah.
Bombay belly.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is risky. You can't be 100% sure, I would say that.
In a city with as many food rules as there are religions, matching the dabba to the desk is about much more than just pleasing fussy eaters. If a Muslim's beef biryani got mixed up with a Jain's strictly vegetarian dal and rice, it wouldn't be pretty. But reliability is not the Dabbawalas' downfall. As more Mumbai women work, fewer are cooking. The likes of Menosh know that his mum's lunches can't last forever.
I'll try my luck with my wife. If she says no, then I don't know what I'll do.
Yes, I think that is an important reason why perhaps the Dabbawalas' jobs are now going bit by bit, is because the woman has started working. And she's got a job, and therefore she's not at home to pack this tiffin and send for her loving husband.
And the demise of the housewife is only part of the story. The opening up of the Indian economy over the last decade has also changed the face of Mumbai. With more money to spend, India's expanding middle class is venturing out. They're generating a new brand of food consumer.
We have nice restaurants opening up, but most of them are not really good. They are laying a lot more emphasis on ambience and things like that, on very fancy sounding names. But I've had the experience of eating a really lousy dinner at a very posh restaurant recently, and I was quite aghast because we ended up paying 12,000 rupees, and the only thing good that day was the Californian wine that we drank.
The ubiquitous global food chains are grabbing some of that market, but so too are a new flavour of savvy local eateries.
You won't find a clerk or a regular office worker perhaps going to McDonald's too often. Sure, he'll try it out once or twice, but he's going to come back to basics.
Dosa Diner is a new chain selling funky Indian food, but which is not too adventurous.
We don't really see ourselves as competing traditionally against another restaurant. We are trying to get people out of their houses, so to that extent we're really competing with home food.
And so that means the Dabbawalas.
And sadly that's the Dabbawalas.
For Mumbai's Hindu nationalist leaders and self-appointed cultural custodians, at stake is much more than just the fate of the Dabbawalas. They fear the very fabric of Indian society is unravelling, that the sacred bond between husband and wife may soon be broken.
This is a very alarming thing for our housewives, according to me. Because whatever dialogue we have between me and my wife is always about the food which she cooks, But if she stops cooking, then the dialogue will stop, That is my fear. Because, otherwise for lifetime, what am I going to talk to my wife?
Yet the humble Dabbawalas seem the most at ease. They're convinced they'll keep earning their $200 a month for some time to come. After all, they have the union to look after them, the honourable company of tiffin box carriers.
बंद नहीं होगा क्योंकि अनाज ऐसी चीज़ है तो खाना ही मांगता है चाहे 10 आदमी काम करे 10 आदमी खाएंगे 5 आदमी काम करेंगे वहाँ तो 5 ही खाएंगे 2 आदमी करेंगे 2 ही खाएंगे सो जितना आदमी उधर रहेंगे खाने का तो उसको पहला जो है वो तो पेट का सवाल है वो तो बुझाना ही पड़ेगा कैसे करके.
After lunch, as the Dabbawalas reverse the morning's journey, returning the empty tiffins, it's hard to imagine Mumbai without them. Their city may be changing and demand for this extraordinary cooperative may be diminishing, but the Dabbawalas believe their culinary courier service will survive, or else the mighty Indian family might not.